Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Ellie Cooper and I'm going to be taking you guys through a Vinyasa flow this morning. So this flow is genuinely meant to be used whenever you just need a little pick-me-up. You need to get a little bit of blood flowing into the body and feel your energy pick up a wee bit. So when you're ready, we are going to make our way into child's pose, but I just want to note before we get started, you don't need any props today, but if you do like to have props, please grab them. Whatever you need is good with me. But when you're ready, let's meet in child's pose. So I'm going to find my child's pose today with my toes together and my knees wider apart as I sit my way back towards my heels. Arms reach out long in front of me as I rest my head down towards the ground. Now, of course, you can find an embryo shape here as well. It's up to you, whatever feels good for you to start your practice with. But when you're ready, give yourself space to sink into it. Once you feel your head drop down towards the ground, we'll give ourselves the opportunity just to start to slow our breath down. Breathing in towards the lungs as you feel the belly expand down towards the mat. And then finding your breath out as the belly gently contracts back towards your spine. Inhaling to feel your belly rise. And exhaling to feel your belly fall. Breathing in, the belly rises. Exhaling, your belly falls. And as we start to deepen our breath, we find a little more connection down and towards the mat. Noticing what the mat feels like underneath the palms and the tops of the feet. Feeling grounded and connected. Just a moment here to slow everything down. Keep finding your deep breaths as we stay here for another 3 inhales and exhales. Last deep breath in. And last deep breath out. And then from here, if the eyes are closed, we gently flutter them back open and get a little grip down and towards the palms as we pull ourselves back up into all fours, meeting up in our tabletop shape. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Once you get here, find a little bit of organic movement as you start to sway your way up and around the mat. Giving yourself space and opportunity just to start to explore your body, to ask yourself the important question of what is in my body today? What do I need from my practice? How do I feel? Are there any little twinges, any pain, anything that I want to avoid today or anything I want to work into? Just taking a moment to take a temperature check with where you are in space. Find a couple of deep breaths here just to sway your way around the mat. Getting acquainted with your practice. One more deep breath. And then meet me back up and through center. Now from here, I'm going to get you to wing your fingertips out towards the outer edges of your mat so they're facing east and west. Then we're going to start to circle our chest up and around our wrists. So we're giving ourselves space to working towards the forearms and the wrist joint. Just noticing what that's like already, what it's like to warm up. It's really important that we do take this time to take care of our wrists as we spend so much time in our yoga practice on our hands. It's really important that we look after these guys. So when you're ready, make your way back up and through center. Wing your fingertips back towards your knees, that general direction. Heel of the hand faces forward. And then from here, we're going to find a couple of bumps up and down the mat with our chest. We're moving our way north and south. Just getting in towards the backs of the wrists here. Maybe you even can feel a gentle or maybe quite a big pull through the front of the forearm. Give yourself a couple of breaths here as you find a couple of more bumps up and down. And just noticing here, maybe as you bump your way forward and back, does the motion get bigger? Does it get easier? Does the stretch feel less intense? And then the next time you feel yourself moving back towards your heels, pause and stay. Keep the hands grounded and find one big breath in. And one big breath out. Nice. When you're ready, wing your fingertips back towards the front of your mat. From here, you're going to find like little spidey-like fingers. From here, you're going to grip the mat with your finger pads. You're going to find a suction cup underneath your palms to pull the energy from the ground and up and towards your wrists. So you have a really good grip and towards the mat. Now, from here, we're going to keep that grip as we start to lift the heel of the hand up and off of the ground. Now, from here, you're going to drop your heel back down towards the mat. When you're ready, lift the heel of the hand up and then drop it down. Keep the grip going as we lift up and drop down. We continue here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep lifting and lowering the palm for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift, drop it down, and then sit back hips to heels and just shake it out. Good work. When you're ready from here, we're going to make our way in towards a toe stand. So when you're ready, hands come down towards your mat, tuck your toes under as you sit your way back towards your heels. Plug your pinky toe out from underneath you, as sometimes it likes to not join the party. It likes to kind of like do its own thing. So make sure it's tucked under as well. Hug your ankles together and then get nice and tall through your spine. As you find your next breath in, reach your arms up high to the sky. On your breath out, start to cactus your elbows as you move your shoulder blades down your back. You'll start to feel a broadening through your collarbones. We want to find spaciousness here so we can find a big breath in. And a breath out. Sink the shoulders down. Nice. Breathe in, reach the arms up high. And breathe out, cactus the elbows, slide the shoulder blades down. Last time here, breathe in, lift up high. Exhale, cactus the elbows, slide everything down to the ground. Nice. And then breathe in, hands up high, and exhale, hands back down towards your mat. Now from here, we're gonna find a couple of traditional cat and cows before we get in towards our down dog. So toes are tucked under. As you find your next breath in, start to tip through your hips as you lift your heart up and forward. On your next breath out, push down through the palms, start to arc your upper back so you feel flexion through your spine, dropping your chin in towards your chest. Inhale here, feel the extension of the collarbones towards the front of your mat as your hips tip towards the ceiling, gaze comes forward. On the exhale, ground down through the palms, arc the upper back, moving your way in towards cat. Really exaggerate this space as we stay, as we pause, feeling the shoulder blades spread apart up on our thoracic spine or our upper back. So you can feel that spaciousness here. On your next breath in, come back through a neutral spine. Beautiful. When you're ready, tuck your toes under, make your way in towards your first down dog. Finding space here to find pedaling out through the feet before we get into a little bit of movement. So maybe from here, you drop one heel down towards the mat as you bend through the opposite knee, and then swapping it up side to side and left to right. Just getting a little bit of motion through the calf, the hamstring, starting to feel into the back line of the body. You're here for another couple of breaths to pedal it out or to find stillness if that suits you better. And once you find your last exhale, settle in towards stillness if you're not already. Take your feet about hip width apart. Push your palms down and towards the ground. Create those spidey-like fingers as you find the suctioning of the palm up. And then from here, move your shoulder blades up towards your cheekbones. Drop your chest back towards your thighs. Heels sink heavy down towards the ground. They may not touch. Doesn't really matter if they do. It's just more the energetic action. Find a big breath in here. And a breath out. Nice. On your next inhale, take your gaze up and forward to the top of your mat. Come up high to your tippy toes, and from here, we're going to tippy toe our way up towards the backs of the wrist creases. Giving yourself time to get there, to articulate that movement. And once you come up towards feet to wrist, find a forward fold. Grab opposite elbows, back of the neck is long as you gently sway your body side to side and left to right in ragdoll. Allowing the torso to be heavy, back of the neck is long. As you shift your weight side to side, heaviness through the legs, so you can find this gentle sway. Giving yourself another breath here. And then when you're ready, come back through center. Release your fingertips back down towards the ground. On your next breath in, find a halfway lift. Slide your fingertips up the front of your shins. Pull your shoulders onto the back line of the body as you reach the crown of the head out and forward. Beautiful. On your next exhale, give yourself space to refold. Generous bend in towards the knees if you need. Inhale in towards a halfway lift. And exhale, we fold. One more time. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, Uttanasana, we fold. Beautiful. From here, we're going to step our way back towards plank. Hands ground underneath our shoulders. Generous bend in towards your knees to allow you to do so. And step your way back. From your plank here, get strong through your glutes and your thighs as you feel them zip up together. Keep pushing the mat away as you give yourself space to feel length from the crown of the head to the backs of the heels. An energetic pull from the crown of the head forward and the heels back in space. Keep the glutes on, then find a little shift forward on your toes. And when you're ready, lower your way down towards the ground. Once you've landed on your belly, untuck your toes. Move your fingertips out towards 10 and 2 as we find an oscillated cobra. Tops of the feet stay pinned down. We squeeze in through the glutes. As we breathe in, we lift up and we rise. Keep the fingertips tented here to help you find a little more lift as you keep lifting through the sternum. And then on your exhale, feel your spine unwind as you lower first through the lower belly, your chest, and then your head is last to land. Inhale here, feel the peel open as you lift up and rise. And exhale here, wave your spine back down through the chest. Eventually the head is the last to land. Last time here, breathe in, squeeze the glutes as you rise. And exhale, wave your spine back down. Beautiful work. Next, inhale, hands back underneath your shoulders, toes tuck under. On the breath out, we make our way back in towards our downward facing dog. A couple of breaths here just to refill in towards the space. Coming back to those little cues as you find the engagement here through your triceps and biceps by moving the shoulders up towards your cheekbones. Feeling the chest pull back towards the thighs as you feel the heels make their way down towards the ground. Again, we find a breath in and a breath out. And then when you're ready from here, left leg is going to lift up towards the sky. And you're going to move your left heel over towards your right glute so you feel the left hip open. Keep pushing down evenly through both palms as you sink the right heel down. Find a breath in once again. And on the breath out, hug your left knee close in towards your chest. Arc your upper back like cat as you shift your shoulders over your wrists. Really glue that thigh up and towards your belly. Then use this motion, this space, to step the left foot outside wide to your left hand. Once you're here, right knee drops down towards the ground. Your next breath in takes you into a twist. Left hand high, right hand stays planted. Openness through the chest. Give yourself space just to be here. And then on the exhale, left hand lands down. Nice. Breathe in, find half Hanuman. Walk your fingertips back in space. Left toes flick back in. Plug your left hip back as you keep reaching up and forward with the collarbones. On your next breath in, walk your way back forward towards the front of the mat. The left foot lands. And when you're ready from here, shift back half Hanuman. Maybe this time here, the hands float in space, reaching long back behind you as the left hip keeps plugging towards the back of your mat. Next breath in here, ground down through the left footprint, bend the left knee, reach your arms up high to the sky as you make your way into low lunge. Beautiful. The breath in, we move the hips back in space, left leg grows long, fingertips reach back. Breathe in, back in towards our low lunge. Exhale here, hands land underneath our shoulders. Tuck your back toes under, pick up your back knee. Step your left foot back in line with the right as you make your way back in towards your plank. Lift the hips up high as you make your way in towards your downward facing dog. From here, we find a couple of spinal waves. Breathing in to come up high on the tippy toes. On the exhale, start to shift your chest up and forward over the wrists, arcing your upper back as you do to find space and length. When you're ready, unwind your spine, lift the chest forward as you reach the heels back. On the exhale, bend through the knees, sit your hips back to your heels. Inhale, lift the hips up high, find down dog. Beautiful. When you're ready from here, our breath in takes us up and forward into the spinal wave, moving the chest to the front of the mat. Unwind the collarbones as you reach forward, heels reach long behind you. Exhale, shift your way back, hips to heels. Inhale, back to down dog. Nice. One more time. The next breath in takes us up high to the tippy toes. Unwind your spine forward. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, lift up, down dog. Nice. Another breath in. And another breath out. Breathe in, right leg lifts up high to the sky. Right heel moves over to your left glute as you open through the hip. Again, keep grounded through both palms evenly. Trying to draw your right heel over maybe just a little more. Give yourself space here to kind of articulate where we are. And then on your next breath in, shift your right knee up and close into your belly. Arc your upper back like cat to help you step the right foot outside wide to the outside of your right hand. Once you're here, drop your left knee down. Left hand stays grounded as the right arm reaches in towards your twist. Again, we find a breath here just to stay, to feel a little open. And then the exhale, the right hand re-lands down towards the ground. When you're ready, half Hanuman, fingertips walk back in. Right leg grows long as the right toes flick back towards your face. Plug your right hip back, get tall through the crown of the head. And then inhale, walk your way back in towards your lunge. Right foot stays grounded. Chest reaches forward. When you're ready from here, walk it back to half Hanuman. Again, option here to lift up the arms, reaching them long behind you. Breathe in, ground down through your right footprint. Find your Anjayasana, your low lunge, as the fingertips lift up high to the sky. On the exhale, shift your hips back in space. Arms reach back long behind you. And then breathe in, back into low lunge as the arms lift up. Exhale one last time. And inhale, hands back up high to the sky. Exhale from here, hands land back underneath your shoulders, back toes tuck under, lift off your back knee, step your way back to plank. From plank here, we'll find our way through a vinyasa, whichever version you're choosing, glutes are on and strong. Come into a cobra or an up dog, whatever feels good here for you today. On the exhale, we make our way back in towards downward facing dog. Beautiful. When you're ready, inhale to take the left leg up to the sky. Roll open the hip once you get here. And then breathe in, move the left knee in towards your chest, arc your back like cat, cinch the left thigh in, and step the left foot back towards the left wrist crease. Right knee drops back down, right hand stays grounded. Inhale, left arm reaches back in towards our twist. Now from your twist here, pivot your right toes back behind you, reach your left leg long to the back of the mat. Again, you feel this openness from fingertip down to fingertip. If it feels good, you can float the left heel up and off of the ground. Give yourself space to stay, to play with what it's like to be in this almost half moon shape. Beautiful. Inhale, take the knee in towards the chest. Exhale, gaze comes forward. We step the left foot up to where the left hand would be. Unwind the right toes back behind you. Breathe in, back and towards your low lunge. On the exhale, sink your hips down and forward as you cactus the elbows, drawing the shoulder blades down your back. Breathe in, push back through the front foot as you lift up high. On the exhale, sink it down and forward. Inhale, lift it back up high. Exhale, last time, sink down and forward. Inhale, lift back up and reach high. On the exhale, hands plant underneath your shoulders. Step your left foot back in line with the right. Lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Next breath in. Once you're here, right leg lifts up. We open up our down dog as the right heel moves over to the left glute. Hands stay grounded firmly in towards your mat. And your next breath in curls the right knee up and towards the chest. Arc your upper back to the sky. Use that lightness, that compression to step the right foot outside wide to the right hand. Left knee drops down, left hand stays planted, right arm reaches, again reaching in towards energy fingertip to fingertip. Beautiful, team. And then once you're here, pivot your left foot back behind you. Right foot moves to the back of the mat as the right leg grows long. Again, reaching in towards the ceiling and planting firmly down to the mat with the left hand. Maybe you float the heel up and off of your mat as you stay. You hold the glute squeeze to help find that stability through your hips. As we find another breath in and another breath out. On your next breath in, pull the right knee up and close to your chest. Gaze moves forward to the top of the mat as the right foot steps to where the right hand would be. Left toes unwind back behind you. And then when you're ready from here, lift both arms up and towards your low lunge. On your exhale, cactus the elbows, sink your hips down and forward. Inhale, push down through the front foot as you lift back up to low lunge. Exhale, when you're ready, pull the elbows down, sink it forward. Inhale, push back, lift up and rise. Exhale, last time, sink down and forward. Inhale, lift back up and rise. On the exhale, hands land underneath your shoulders, back toes tuck under, back knee lifts. Sweep your right foot back behind you, make your way in towards your vinyasa. Again, strong glutes wherever you are in space. Meet me back in down dog when you're ready. On your next breath in, left leg lifts up high to the sky. Left knee pulls back in towards your chest. Exaggeration through the upper back, moving your spine to the sky to step your left foot outside wide to the left hand. From here, back knee stays lifted, right hand stays planted. We find an elevated lunge as both fingertips keep reaching long and apart. Beautiful. When you're ready from here, drop your right heel down. Step your left foot to the center of your mat. Roll your right shoulder onto your back and then push down with the right palm in towards the ground. Now from here, if it feels good, you're more than welcome to stay. If you'd like a little more, drop your right hip down as you reach your left fingertips towards the back of the mat, finding a high horizon lunge. Breathe in, squeeze your glutes, lift up through the hips, reach the left arm up and forward. And on the exhale here, reach the left arm back, drop your hip down, keep hugging the right hip onto the back. Inhale, high horizon lunge as you lift the hips up, reaching the left fingertips to the top of the mat. Last time here, exhale to drop it down. Nice. When you're ready from here, drop the right hip down, hug your right heel in towards your glute, push off the right hand to come in towards a little twist. Moving your chest towards the back of the mat, the right hand hugs towards the outer left leg. Breathing in to find length up and through the spine. And on the exhale, moving your way maybe a little more into the twist. Gaze over the left shoulder. One more breath in. And one more breath out. And then when you're ready, unwind your spine back towards the front of your mat. Both hands land, left toes face forward as you unwind the back leg long behind you. From here, walk your fingertips back in so you shorten up your stance, and then find a little sway on the ball of the back foot. Reaching the crown of the head forward and then reaching yourself back to the back of the mat as you bump your way up and down. Nice. A couple more breaths here. Just to move, to sway in space. And then when you're ready, right knee drops down towards the ground. Once again, right hand stays planted. Right heel kicks up and towards your glute. You could stay here. Left hand could peel the left thigh open. You could also hug the right heel towards your glute as you catch the top of the right foot with your left hand. Whatever feels good here for you, whether you're finding a twist in your lunge, open or closed, it's up to you. Wherever you are, pull the shoulders back as you lift up through your sternum. Give yourself another couple of breaths just to stay. To maybe feel into an intense but hopefully juicy stretch. And then when you're ready, let go of the bind if it's bound, let go of the thigh if the hand is pressing. Left hand returns back to your mat. Back toe spike under, back knee hovers, step the left foot back in line with the right. When you're ready, make your way through your vinyasa. Cobra, up dog, whatever feels good. Make your way back to down dog when you're ready. Take a big breath in. And another breath out. Inhale to take your right leg up high to the sky. When you're ready, right heel moves over to left glute. We peel that hip open. And then on your inhale, right knee moves back up and close towards your chest, your sternum. Find the compression to step your right foot outside wide to the outside of your right hand. When you're here, back knee stays lifted, left hand grounds, right arm reaches as you make your way into your elevated twist. Again, think openness, think broadness. And then when you're ready, drop your left heel down to the mat. Come on towards the right foot as you step it towards the midline of your mat. We find our high horizon lunge. First, lowering the left hip down as we reach the right hand back to the back of the mat. Inhale here, plug your left shoulder back, squeeze your glutes as you lift the hips up, reaching the right hand to the top of the mat. When you're ready, sink that left hip down. Keep the left shoulder strong as you reach the right fingertips back. Inhale, lift the hips, reach the right arm up and forward. Last time here, exhale to drop the hip down, right arm reaches. And then drop the left hip down. Plug your left heel in towards your glute, push off the left hand to make your way upright. And then when you're ready from here, take your left arm to hug the right leg in close. Right fingertips land back behind you. We find our next breath in to find length up and through the spine. And on our next breath out, we make our way a little bit further into the twist. Maybe the gaze comes over the right shoulder. We pause here. We stay, we feel a little grounding into the glutes. And then when you're ready, inhale to unwind your spine up towards the top of the mat. The hands will plant, the back toes will tuck under, the right toes will spin forward. And then when you're ready from here, walk the fingertips back in towards you. Find that little sway on the ball of the back foot as you make your way up and down the mat. Just getting in towards the hips a wee bit here before we find our way in towards our twist. And then when you're ready, pause. Drop the back knee down. Left hand stays grounded. Right hand comes towards the right thigh to peel that thigh open. Or if you're ready for it, hugging the left heel in towards your glute. Maybe the right arm reaches back behind you to catch the top of the left foot with your right hand. Again, wherever you are in space, think broadness through your collarbones as you keep pulling the shoulders onto the back body. Again, we're here for a couple of breaths to settle in, to get acquainted maybe with a little intensity. But also, can you slow that intensity down with your breath? One more deep breath in and out. And then when you're ready, unbind the foot. Right hand returns back down towards the ground. Back toe spike under as you hover off the back knee. Make your way back in towards your plank. From plank, we move through our vinyasa, making your way back to down dog as you'd see fit. From downward facing dog, once again, we find a breath in. And we find a breath out. Last round here, inhale to reach the left leg up high to the sky. From here, left knee is going to curl back in towards the center of your chest, arc your upper back to help you step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Once again, back knee stays lifted, right hand stays grounded, left arm peels open towards the sky. From here, we'll find a side plank, right heel drops down to the mat. As your left foot stacks on top of the right, you're on the outer edge of the bottom foot. Keep lifting the hips up as you grow long, fingertip to fingertip. Gaze can land wherever you need it to. Plug your right shoulder back. Nice. Hug the left knee close in towards your chest. Step the left foot to the top of the mat as you move your gaze forward. When you're ready from here, drop the back knee down. Inhale, both arms lift up, Anjayasana. On the exhale, spike the back toes, hover off the back knee. Move your hips back in space as the arms reach to the back of the room. Give yourself the opportunity to land in pyramid, pulling the left hip back, reaching your collarbones to the top edge of your mat. It could be nice here to flick the left toes up if you've got the balance. I do not today, but maybe you do. If the left toes are picked up, drop them back down. And when you're ready from here, back to low lunge, arms lift up high to the sky. On the exhale, hands plant underneath you. Pick up your back knee, swipe the left foot back in line with the right. Give yourself space to find your vinyasa. Finding your breath, your movement as you make your way through back to down dog. All right, when you're ready, inhale, right leg up high. Right heel moves over to left glute. Right knee pulls up and towards the chest as you step the right foot outside towards the right hand. Back knee stays lifted, left hand grounds. Inhale to peel open and reach with the right fingertips. When you're ready, left heel lands, right foot steps back in line on top of the left, as you keep lifting the hips up for your side plank. Again, length through fingertip to fingertip. A moment to stay, to pull that left shoulder onto your back. And then when you're ready, hug that right knee close into your chest. Gaze up and forward as the right foot steps to the top of the mat. Back knee drops down, arms reach up, low lunge. On the exhale, spike your back toes, lift off the back knee. Shift the hips back in space as arms reach long back behind you into your pyramid. Again, could be nice here to reach the right toes up. If you've got the balance today, keep plugging that right hip back wherever you are. We're here for another breath in. And another breath out. Drop your back knee down, arms move up high to the sky. On the exhale, hands land underneath your shoulders. Pick up the back knee, swipe the right back foot in line with the left. Make your way into your vinyasa. Last one of the day. Move your way back in towards your down dog. Once you find down dog, drop down towards your knees. Give yourself a moment to find a bit of organic movement, maybe a couple of cat and cows just to wring it out. Maybe you get up and off of the wrists if you need to and shake that out. A couple of breaths just to recenter, to maybe allow your breath to slow back down. And then when you're ready, find space to make your way back through a neutral spine. From here, cross through your ankles, walk the fingertips back in towards you as you sit back towards your heels. Once you're here, unwind your feet, maybe scoot yourself up a little forward. We're gonna find a couple of low boats and high boats before we get in towards some stretchies. So last little bit of work, and then we are on the home stretch for a nice Shavasana. All right, from your upright position here, keep the feet grounded, keep the sternum lifted. Lift up through the feet if it feels good. You can also take the hands towards the backs of the thighs. From here, keep lifting through the collarbones, maybe lift the heels up in line with your shins or thereabouts. And then when you're ready from here, we'll make our way into low boat. So hands are gonna move off the back of the thighs as the heels kick forward, lowering your way down towards the mat, but finding that hover. On your next breath in, lift the knees in towards the chest as you hug everything back up. And on the exhale, kick the hips out, the heels out and forward as you lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high. Exhale, low. You're here for another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, low boat. Keep reaching your heels forward. Keep hugging your low belly in as you're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Let it go and land. Walk your feet back close in towards your glutes and give yourself space to sway through your knees side to side and left to right. A little shimmy here to release through the lower back. A little bit of movement for the hips. And then when you're ready, rock the knees all the way over towards the left. Allow the legs to get heavy. Hands can land somewhere on the body. You could even reach your arms out wide and towards a T or cactus them behind you, fingertips facing to the back of the mat if that feels good. Pause here. Take a big breath in and out. Give yourself a moment to slow it down. 3 deep breaths in this shape. And then on your next inhale, knees back up high to the sky. Drop the legs heavy over towards the right. Again, find space for the arms in whatever position feels good. Maybe the eyes start to close down if they haven't already, or maybe the gaze stays soft up towards the ceiling. Again, allow your rib cage to sink back towards the mat. 3 deep breaths. On the next inhale, knees move back up towards the sky. Re-heel toe the feet about hip width apart. And then when you're ready from here, we're going to make our way in towards a little happy baby. So we're going to lift the feet up and off of the ground. You have 2 options here. Hands can catch the outer edges of your feet, or you can grab your 2 peace fingers and catch your big toes. Whatever feels good, find your way in towards a position where you can grip on towards the feet or the toes. And then when you're ready, kick the heels up high to the sky. Now from here, find an energetic drawing down of the sacrum to the mat as you find a little lift energetically of the heels up towards the ceiling. Almost like this push down and this pull up through the body. Giving us space to find a bit more space and length through the hamstrings. And maybe from here you find a little sway side to side. Maybe you find stillness. Moving into whatever you need in this shape for another 3 deep breaths in and out. Eventually, when you're ready, find pause once again. Draw the heels close in towards yourself as you allow the knees to splay out wide. Feeling a lengthening of the sacrum down towards the mat, even finding a gentle press of the lower back and towards the ground. You're here for another big breath in. And another breath out. Good work. Release the feet and drop them back down towards the ground. Now from here, it could be really nice to find a Supta Baddha Konasana. Knees go out wide, soles of the feet come in towards each other, hands rest somewhere on the belly. If you have pillows around you or you need a little bit of extra support in your shape, if this is a bit much for the opening in your groins, you're more than welcome to grab something and place it underneath your thighs for a little bit of extra support. Now from here, we're going to allow ourselves just to melt into the ground. It might even be nice here to find a little hugging in of your shoulder blades towards each other on your back to give you a little bit more openness through the chest. Hands can land somewhere on the body. Outside of the body, it's up to you. Again, eyes can close or gaze can stay soft. We find 5 deep breaths here to start to settle our energy. To maybe feel the practice, what it's undone today, as it circulates through our being, as you can feel it land and marinate into your tissues and your bones. Can you feel a lightness in your energy? Can you feel a lightness in your physical body? Can you start to feel into deep and slow breaths? And then when you're ready, if you've had enough of Supta Baddha Konasana, taking your hands to the outer edges of your thighs, slowly drawing the knees back in together in center as the feet land back down towards the mat. We'll make our way in towards our Shavasana. Of course, if there's a last shape or a stretch you'd like to take, you're more than welcome. But from here in your Shavasana, you could find a supported bridge, knees knocked in towards each other, the feet stay grounded. Or you could find a more traditional Shavasana, reaching the legs out long in front of you. And now in our Shavasana today, you can stay here as long as you'd like. If you want to stay here for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, it's up to you. If you don't have any time, that's okay too. But give yourself space just to start to melt into the ground, to feel a connection, a rooting down of the body towards the mat, to start to notice a little bit of a balance between the sthira and the siddha of the practice. The sthira being the effort, the tapas, the heat, the siddha being the ease, the cool. Both are needed to find equilibrium. Both are needed to help us find balance, because there is no ease without effort. There's no effort without ease. Without one or the other, neither can exist. So we need both in our lives. We need space to find what it's like to find our center point, to feel this inner balance. So allow yourself to ease into that sense of balance in the body, maybe in the mind and the spirit. And again, you can stay here for as long as you need. But from here, when you're ready, if you need more space, pause the video, give yourself that time. And then when you're ready to ease out of Shavasana, restart the video from here. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, sigh out, let it go. Gently walk the feet back close and towards you. Find your way onto your side, either the left or the right, the knees drawn close and towards your body. A moment here just to pause, to enjoy the space in between the practice that was and the rest of the day that is to follow. On your next inhale, push down through the right hand as you lift your way back up towards your seat. Meeting me in Sukhasana on your mat. Once you find your way to Sukhasana, the legs crossed, resting the hands somewhere comfortably on your body, maybe hands even in towards the chest for Anjali Mudra. Maybe the eyes are closed or the gaze is soft to the ground. Wherever you find yourself today, we seal our practice off with a moment of gratitude. We turn our minds to gratitude today for our bodies, for all of the amazing things that they're able to do, this practice they're able to guide us through, and this wonderful life that they physically move us through. We find gratitude today to ourselves for carving out the precious space and time to get onto our mats, to be here, to find flow. And lastly, my gratitude to all of you. Thank you for joining me on your mat. Thank you for allowing me to be some small part of your yoga practice. It is truly my honor and my pleasure. And I hope to see you all back on your mat again soon. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this practice today. Please drop a comment if you'd like to see something else, something different, something like this again. Just let me know. And yeah, hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you back here soon. Peace, everyone. Thank you.